There we go, there we go, there we go. Hello and welcome to Promenade Française. This is the place where I have challenged myself to learn French, and I'm not living in a French-speaking country, and I don't really know how to speak French at all, so here we are. We just keep on drilling down and drilling down and drilling down, and well, the thing is that this is crazy. Anyways, today, as you can see from the title of the video, I want to show you two ways that I've tried to implement in order to get us to the point where we can start to really make progress in memorization. Now, the crazy thing is that I'm living here in a country called Georgia, and I've been here for almost 3 years, I guess. And the thing is that, well, eventually I have been convinced of the need to learn some Georgian. And today I bought this crazy little book. It's got some Georgian words in it. And, well, it's a storybook. And yeah, it's interesting because as I've been learning French over the last year, and particularly as I've been making this YouTube channel for at least the last 9 months, you can see that I've made some progress. Certainly I made progress in pronunciation. Made progress in my ability to read. And I've learned a lot of new words, maybe not a huge amount of words, but I've learned some new words. And when I go to the store here in Georgia, the thing is I can use the language right away. There's people everywhere. There's kids running around. I live in a little village of 2,000. So there's always somebody who would be willing to talk to me in Georgian. And I could literally take a piece of paper. I could put down sentences, new words. I can ask people how to pronounce things. I can be communicating with my outside environment all the time. Not really doing that, but I could. And as I've taken the lessons from me learning French over the last little bit, you see, the thing is that you have to know, the question I would like to ask ChatGPT or Google or whoever is what's the minimum number of words that you have to learn in order to have some basic conversation with people? Of course, you can't just memorize words, because you have to learn them in context. Also, you have to practice them. Also, you have to have real experiences. And so most textbooks, when they teach a language, it's all about interaction. We go to the post office, and how do you interact with somebody at the post office? And then you go to a restaurant, and how do you interact when you talk in a restaurant? And then, so most of the time, when I was learning Chinese, one of our first textbooks, the very first textbook that I used was a textbook that had basically 4 or 5 foreign students, and they were in China, and the very first lesson is talking about the foreign student dormitory, and we learned a little bit about the numbers and how to ask where do you live and things like that. So, I'm just constantly surrounded by these opportunities to learn languages. I've been learning languages my whole life, and now I'm just struggling here. But let's see if we can make some progress. The number one problem that I'm facing right now, I would say, is with my French language morning routine. I talked about this a little bit in the last video, because in the morning I go outside. Every morning I go outside and I throw rocks into the river in order to exercise my shoulder, and then my dog runs around. So I'm already out there. I have an iPad. I could easily take the iPad with me. I could easily put earphones in, and I could even talk to ChatGPT, or I could listen to these videos. I have all the videos already prepared. So the question right now that I'm asking people and myself is, okay, today's Thursday. I'm going to talk to you guys again on Saturday. That means that there's going to be 2 mornings between now and the next video. So how am I going to remind myself? How am I going to get myself to actually do this tomorrow morning? There's nothing stopping me. There's nothing in the way. There's no problem. So how do I there's the door, and then I'm going to put on those shoes. So tonight, I'm going to go running with the dog in about 20 minutes. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to chill out. Okay, so I could do it. But anyways, we want to focus on the French morning routine. I don't necessarily want to put it into my evening right now. I want to put it into my morning. So the question is, what do I do in order to get the French my French morning routine. All right. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of paper here. Do I have tape? Yeah, I have some tape. So I'm going to write on the piece of paper my French morning routine. My French morning routine. And another one, my French morning routine. There, so I've written it twice. You can hear the dog. All right, so I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'm just gonna put some tape on this and tape it to my door. All right, success. We've done it. If I turn my computer, you're going to see my background is kind of fake. But anyways, I'll show you. I got to turn this off here and turn this off. There we go. All right, so you can see right here, I have a piece of paper here. There's Gordon. Hey, Gordon. Anyways, this is the front part of my apartment. And there's the 2 pieces of paper. It says my French morning routine, my French morning routine. So I got 2 pieces of paper. So I should be able to remember because like it's literally on the door. So on Saturday, we're going to find out if I was successful or not. Putting a reminder on the door. Okay. Okay, so if you're looking for the information, like how do you get to these links? How do you get to this stuff? Well, today we're going to be focusing on tu es and also nous sommes. Those are the 2 different areas. The reason I picked those is because I have French tutors, and I found that if you have a tutor and you spend, most of the time practicing these sentences, that they tend to be happy because all of these compliments, all of these words that we're learning, they're quite positive and they're interesting. Hello. Chatra Bougel. All right, so how do you get to the document? Because you're going to want the document that we're using today. Basically, just click the Linktree link, go down to Am I Very or So Beautiful? It's going to take you to this blog article. Go down to the Google Drive link here, and it's going to look like this. This is what the document. Then you have to scroll down. Down. So today we are focused on, we're going to be on page here. Je suis, tu es, nous sommes, il, elle. Here. Okay, here. All right, so this is on page 44. All right, so what I did just before the lesson today was I jumped onto this one, More French Drills for Beginners. That's where those resources are. I clicked this one here. This one, Tu es très belle ce matin. And I also clicked this other one called Nous sommes. So you can see this is the first one. And I listened to this just before the lesson today. And I also listened to this one just before the lesson today. So Here you go. Now, all right, so the name of the video, it's called like 2 more ways to memorize French sentences. The first way, so someone keeps clicking some kind of button, which is making some fantastic noise. I suppose that's a good thing. And, well, okay, so here we go. Now, the first way that I want to introduce is the idea of, like, what if we only look at the English? Can we say the French sentence directly from the English? Before we do that, let's just go over these sentences. And if you haven't been here before, this could be really challenging for you because I've been working on this for like a couple of weeks, right? So you can see, tu es très intelligent aujourd'hui. Merci. Tu es si gentil de m'encourager. Right? What is that talking about? That's from this one. Tu es très intelligent aujourd'hui. Merci. Tu es si gentil de m'encourager. So the text, it's from these videos. Of course, there's also like a copy inside of this document itself. You can go back up. If you need the text, you can go back up and there's a couple places. So here, it has all of the text here on page 35. And then if you go to earlier videos in this on my channel, you may even be able to find the video where I go through the pronunciation buckets. So I actually see, here it is. So it's starting on page 15. So you can see tu es très intelligente, and you can see tu es très intelligente, and you can see these numbers. You see here, like tu es m'encourager. Why is it 12912? That's because it corresponds with these pronunciation buckets. So for people who speak English, I created these pronunciation buckets so that you can know what the French pronunciation is without like too many problems. All right, so if you've been here before, let's just get straight to work. So the first thing I want to do is, the question is, can you get through all 15 conversations without looking at the French? And I'm pretty sure I could do this for the tu. Okay, so we did the first one. Second one is, tu es très drôle ce matin. Oh, merci. Tu es si sérieuse. Tu as besoin de rire un peu. Tu es très sympa ce soir. So if you don't have access to all those different resources, maybe just repeat after me. Tu es très sympa ce soir. Tu es très sympa ce soir. Merci, toi aussi. Tu es si sympa. C'est toujours agréable de parler avec toi. C'est toujours agréable de parler avec toi. Tu es très mignon cette semaine. Tu es très mignonne cette semaine. Merci. Tu es si gentil. Merci. Tu es si gentil. Ça me fait plaisir. Ça me fait plaisir. Tu es très belle ce matin. Tu es très belle ce matin. Merci beaucoup. Toi aussi. Merci beaucoup. Toi aussi. Tu es si élégante aujourd'hui. Tu es si élégante aujourd'hui. Tu es très gentil cet après-midi. Tu es très gentil cet après-midi. Merci. C'est parce que tu es si sympa avec moi. Merci. C'est parce que tu es si sympa avec moi. Tu es très sérieux. Now, remember for masculine and feminine. So sometimes, let's just do it in feminine. Tu es très sérieuse aujourd'hui. Merci. Mais toi, tu es si détendu. Merci. Mais toi, tu es si détendu. Ça me donne envie. Ouais, ça me donne envie de me relaxer. Ça me donne envie de me relaxer. Tu es très amusant ce soir. Tu es très amusante ce soir. Merci, tu es si content. Merci, tu es si content. Ça rend la soirée encore plus amusante. Ça rend la soirée encore plus amusante. Tu es très intelligente aujourd'hui. Tu es très intelligente aujourd'hui. Merci. Gordon. Merci. Tu es si drôle. Ça rend la journée plus légère. Ça rend la journée plus légère. So remember up here we have ça rend la soirée. It makes the evening. And here ça rend la journée. It makes the day. Plus légère, a little lighter. Or encore plus amusante, a little more amazing. Tu es très drôle cet après-midi. Tu es très drôle cet après-midi. Merci. Toi, tu es si calme. On fait un bon duo. Tu es si calme. On fait un bon duo. Tu es très jolie ce soir. Tu es très jolie ce soir. Merci. Tu es si gentil de le remarquer. Tu es si gentil de le remarquer. Kind, gentil. Gentil. Tu es si gentil. Tu es si gentil. I don't know. Which one is that? Gentil, yeah, tu es si gentil de le remarquer. Okay, good. Tu es très sympa aujourd'hui. Merci, tu es si amusante aujourd'hui. C'est un plaisir d'être ensemble. C'est un plaisir d'être ensemble. Tu es très content ce week-end. Tu es très content ce week-end. Merci. C'est parce que tu es si agréable à côtoyer. Merci. C'est parce que tu es si agréable à côtoyer. Tu es très grande aujourd'hui. Tu es très grande aujourd'hui. Merci. Mais toi, tu es si confiant aujourd'hui. Mais toi, tu es si confiant aujourd'hui. And the last one, tu es très sérieuse ce matin. Tu es très sérieuse ce matin. Merci. Toi, tu es si calme. C'est apaisant. C'est apaisant. All right, so what is the strategy that we're going to talk about right now? So this is the test, right? So as you can see, I've already whittled away all the words until all we have left is the first letter of each word. And that gives you like a little bit of a reminder to help you to memorize the sentences. But then the question is, okay, but can you actually say the sentences if you're not looking at the letters? So now, like, there's two ways to get around this. Either I can start to delete more of these letters, or look, another way we could do this is on the left-hand side, I have all of the English sentences for the second sentence. All right, so the test is how many of these 15 sentences can I translate into French without looking at the French? And if we need help, then I can just, I can go back and click this video here. It has all the answers. Tu es très intelligente. right, the first one's easy. So, okay, you are so kind to encourage me. Tu es très kind. Kind. Tu es très gentil. I don't know. Tu es très gentil de m'encourager. Tu es très gentil. Tu es très gentil. Yes. Tu es très gentil de m'encourager. Tu es si gentil. So I don't know. This whole concept of you're so kind to encourage me. Gentil. Why is it that? Because I also sometimes like gentil, isn't it? Mignon. So mignon is cute. Gentil is kind. Wow, okay, it's hard to get that in my head. All right, next one. Tu es très something. Oh, merci. Tu es si sérieuse. Tu as besoin de rire un peu. Tu as besoin. You have the need. Tu as besoin de rire, to laugh un peu. Tu as besoin de rire un peu. Next. I don't know what it is. Tu es si sympa. Merci. Tu es très sympa. Sympa. So, sympa is nice and gentil is kind. Sympa is nice, gentil is kind. Tu es si sympa. Tu. Okay, so when it says tu, then we know it's going to be merci, toi aussi. You see here, merci, toi aussi. Tu es si gentil. C'est toujours, it's always, c'est toujours agréable de parler avec toi. C'est toujours, it's always, agréable, agreeable, or great, de parler, to talk avec toi, de parler avec toi. Gordon, stop it. Hey, stop it. Making noise. Gordy wants to go outside and go running. 10 more minutes, buddy bud. All right, next one is thank you. Merci. You are so kind. Tu es si, what is it? Kind is gentil. Tu es si gentil. It makes me happy. What is it makes me happy? Plaisir. Plaisir. It's this one about plaisir. Ça me fait plaisir. Okay, so here's our first problem. So I can see, when I see ça me fait plaisir, when I actually see the letters, I can do it. Ça me fait. So ça me, it makes me. Ça me fait. So fait is makes. Me makes. But I don't know, what is this word ça? It. It me makes happy. Ça me fait plaisir. So I think the key here is to remember it is ça. All right. Merci beaucoup. Tu es si élégante aujourd'hui. Toi aussi. So it's going to say merci beaucoup. Toi aussi. Tu es si élégante aujourd'hui. Merci beaucoup. Toi aussi. Tu es si élégant aujourd'hui. Voilà. All right, next one is thanks. It is because. C'est parce que tu es si, what, nice? Nice? Remember, okay, what's the difference between nice and kind? Nice is what? Gentil or sympa? I feel like nice is probably because c'est toujours. Tu es si sympa avec moi. Sympa, yes. C'est parce que tu es si sympa avec moi. Thank you, but you are so relaxed, it makes me want to relax too. Merci. But it's mais toi, but you, tu es si calme. All right, it makes me. So this is going to be that same one, right? Ça me fait. But in this case, we're not going to say ça me fait. Are we? I don't know. I can't remember. you're not so relaxed. Ça, mais toi, tu es si détendu. Ça me fait, ça me donne. Yeah. So this one, it. This is the one that's envie. Envie is want. Ça me donne. So it me gives. It gives want. It gives want. So in the French, they don't say it makes me, but it gives want. Ça me donne envie de me relaxer. Here we are. Ça me donne envie de me relaxer. It makes me want to me relax. See, that's how I had to memorize some of this stuff. It's just because the grammar is so different compared to English. All right. Merci. Tu es si happy. Content, maybe? Tu es si content. Ça rend la soirée encore plus amusant. Ça rend la soirée encore plus amusant. It makes the evening even more amusant, fun, amusing. Merci, tu es si drôle. Ça rend la soirée légère. Ça rend la journée légère. Tu es si drôle, ça rend la journée plus légère. Merci, tu es si calme. We make a great pair. Okay, this is un bon duo. We make, on fait. We make, fait, un bon duo. Yeah. Tu es si calme. On fait un bon duo. Now he found his toy. Merci, tu es si kind to notice. Kind, remarquer. So in this case, notice, they're going to use the word remark in English, meaning I remark, I give a remark. I know. Well, it's more than notice in English. You actually have to say something. Tu es si gentil de me I don't know. I'm not really sure. Tu es si gentil de le remarquer. Tu es si gentil de le remarquer. Merci. Tu es si fun. Fun? What's fun aujourd'hui? Amusant? C'est un plaisir d'être... Okay, this one is... C'est un plaisir d'être... yeah, see? Now it's starting to get a little bit difficult. Tu es si amusante aujourd'hui. C'est un plaisir d'être ensemble. C'est un plaisir, it's a pleasure d'être, to be ensemble, together. C'est un plaisir d'être ensemble. And so this one, I failed this one. Thank you. Merci. C'est parce que tu es si pleasant. Apaisant? No. Apaisant? Is it apaisant to be around? C'est parce que tu es si agréable à côtoyer. Yeah, there's no way I would have remembered that one. C'est un plaisir. C'est parce que tu es si agréable à côtoyer. Merci, mais toi, tu es si confiant aujourd'hui. Mais toi, tu es si confiant aujourd'hui. Tu es si calme. Soothing. That's the question of the day. Who remembers the word soothing? Soothing. I don't know the word soothing in any other language. I don't know why I'm suddenly having to learn it in French. Just because ChatGPT says I should. Mais toi, merci. Toi, tu es si calme. C'est apaisant. All right, there you go. So that's the first one. And we got 4 minutes before our good buddy, my dog, is going to want to go outside for a run. All right, now, so the second strategy. So I have one tutor, and her name is Clarissa. We played a game called Who Can Remember? And basically, well, you can see the letter B. I can erase that, but So basically, I would say the first sentence. Nous sommes très intelligents aujourd'hui. And then she would say, oui, nous sommes si contents de notre travail. Right? You see that? So I'm just going to erase the B. And so if she got it, like if she can remember the sentence, then she gets a point. Now, of course, she's not like actually trying to memorize this stuff outside of class, which I am. So I beat her somehow. But anyways, here we go. So then the second one is nous sommes très drôle. So as you can see, I'm using, first I used you are very, and then now I said we are very funny. Because, I don't know, it's just a good way to get your tutor to be happy to do this boring thing, which is like memorizing sentences. Because it's really pretty, can be boring sometimes. But, you know, if you're giving her compliments and she's like reacting like, wow, this person's being so nice to me and giving me compliments, it can be helpful in a lesson. All right, tu es très drôle ce matin. Oui. Okay, I have no idea. With us. Avec nous. Le bébé avec nous. I don't know. Tout le monde rit avec nous. Tu es très gentil cette semaine. Oui, tout le monde. This one is another one. Tout le monde, everyone. I don't know. Loves us. Okay, loves us. Aime beaucoup. Nous aime beaucoup. All right, so as you can see, like, I don't know how I was able to remember this during my lesson, but suddenly I don't remember anything. So I think we're just going to cut this short, and our focus is going to be, you know, my door. So as I told you at the beginning of the video, I put two pieces of paper, and each of the piece of paper, it says my French morning routine. And my French morning routine is basically when I go outside with the dog tomorrow morning to the river, then I'm gonna click this little button here, which is we're gonna do nous sommes. We're gonna do nous sommes for the next 2 days, because when I see you on Saturday, we're gonna test this nous sommes. All right, so if you want to be prepared for the lesson for our time together on Saturday, then go ahead and click this video and practice. Gord. Dog wants to go outside. He's gonna die, so we gotta go. Anyways, it's been great hanging out with you here on Promenade Française. Let's keep on working and keep learning French and just enjoying the process.